EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's only going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3 plays, no first downs, time for 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. And he'll get a few yards on this return. A pass. Yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Braylon Trice on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big-time play for the Broncos. 42 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Throwing now from the gun. He finds Mims. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
A run here. It's McLaughlin. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Pressure gets there. And down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the outside, a catch made by Moore.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
19 Lions.
And here's Bijan. And they mark him down just shy of the 40.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
19 more on that one, and another first down. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Atlanta. That touchdown, #1 for him on the year. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Falcons extend their advantage to 14-3. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Denver first down. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He connects with Mims. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Give them 14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Here's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? He's got it inside the 5. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. In motion comes Pittman. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these 2 guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A throw right side is intercepted. And his guys are going to be set up with a short field as they look to draw closer and perhaps draw even in this one.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a screen from McLaughlin. He's into space past the 25. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down. They'll throw out of the gun. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Greg Dulcich. Touchdown, Denver. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos move back to within 1.
14. Broncos 13. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 18 left. 18 left. 65 left. 65. 7
Back to throw. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Set. Let's go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got it into the hands of Mims.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go, set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw yet again. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
19 Lions.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Greg Dulcich. Touchdown, Broncos. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Broncos move back to within 1. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready? Go!
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Falcons 21, Broncos 20.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. Certainly a tightly contested 1st half, and you'd expect more of that here in the 2nd half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw right side is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
London brought in motion. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Ready up!
A gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8.
Check out!
He'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Marked down at the 6.
Let's go now.
Second and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready.
One more time, it's Robinson. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They'll look. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Into space. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
On the ground, McLaughlin. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
After losses on the last 2 run plays, they face third down and 14.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on third down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the third quarter. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Set. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready? Ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Back to the air once more on second down. That's complete. It's McLaughlin.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to have the first down and more. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That is caught. And he will score again. Greg Dulcich. Touchdown, Denver. That is his third touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
In motion comes Pittman. He'll look to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Going to return this from the 10. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Pitts is the man in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Inside the 25. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Now, faking the give. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And he is going to have the Broncos, and he is going to have the Chargers.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
He'll tuck it and take off. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Crazy. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the give, it's Robinson. Robinson, a 1st down and more. That's a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive. Try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Let's go.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. That one on target to Moore. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
He gets this complete to Dulcich. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Back to throw. Going for it all. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Back to the air one more time. This is caught at the 2. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down coming up. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's 1st and goal.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Here is 1st and goal. They'll run the sneak. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now 2nd and inches. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So, certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll stick to the ground, and he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful, and game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Here's Robinson. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready? Hey, check that.
A give, and here comes Robinson. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
18 Cardinal. Let's go now.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts.
On the set.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
Let's go. Ready?
So it's a win here for the Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, A few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.